Well, starting today, you'll be able to spot beautifully painted pianos in some of the Quad City's most iconic locations. It's one of the many musical initiatives of local organization Common Chord. Here from Common Chord is Steve Ahrens, along with artist and musician Regan Hatfield. Thank you both for being here today and chatting with me.
It's great to be here.
We have so much to talk about. Steve, we were just talking about Common Chord. It's busy season for Common Chord.
It really is. If there's, I mean, I think all year it's busy, but certainly in the summer it is. We're at the market. We have Live at 5. We have the OneSound piano project.
You have a lot going on. Different kids camps. I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of it today. So the OneSound piano program, which you just alluded to, so it's back for another year. Is this the third year?
This is, yes.
Okay, so describe what it is, because you know most of us have probably seen one of these pianos around
Absolutely.
town.
I have a feeling. So we take donated pianos and we repurpose them with the help of local artists that we provide a stipend to, and we place them. We actually then have a design with that we approve with the artists, and we place them in public spaces. And we so we partner with various community places. So there's all sorts of places, from the zoo to the farmers market to the airport, and we can talk about that in a second. And then you know, it's a free sort of interaction.
People can just play it?
They play away, and so it's great because where they're placed, they're very easily accessible. And so everyone from the novice to we've seen people who are very well trained who will just play away, and that is what it's all about, really. Yeah,
I will vouch for that. There was one at the Freight House Farmers Market. Typically we spend time there every summer, and one day I sat there on that boardwalk thing outside, and multiple people were on that piano playing it. It was amazing. So, you know, so even if you just know one song,
and sometimes,
super cool.
I mean, it's from chopsticks to sometimes it's the first time for kids, their first interaction with an instrument, especially a piano.
Well, new this year is live piano painting. Regan, that's where you come in. So tell me about what's planned. You're going to be at the airport, right?
Well, this part is already completed, so this is exciting. So he just recently spent the last several weeks.
It seemed like a month, right?
Right, exactly.
Which was, the airport's a really pleasant place to hang out, I found out.
Is it?
I guess if you were flying, probably not so much. If you're backed up.
Is this you here that we're seeing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So there's some footage when it was underway happening. We were able to capture, but it just as of last Friday, Thursday, completed. But, but basically, you want to talk a little bit about what you did, how you spent the last few weeks.
Well, first of all, you know, the design is sort of geared around being in an airport. And each side will show that. You got the Common Chord side and the other side, the airport. And then, but the front was unique for me because I've actually have a song that relates, that influenced the front. And it's called Throwing Flowers from a 747.
Oh, wow.
And it's about, you know, somebody leaving on the plane and the girls standing there playing their song. So it's sort of like it just happened to be the perfect piano and the perfect place for all that.
That's awesome. And so people could just come, if they're going through the airport, they could see you painting this piano.
I've heard some stories already. That's been amazing.
Can imagine.
It's located right in the atrium between like doors 5 and 6. And so during the time that he would spend painting, we heard lots of comments. He heard lots of comments from passengers coming and going that were just mesmerized.
Conversation starter.
Exactly.
And so that's what you want from this.
Exactly. And so we hadn't done that before in the past. So this was new this year. In the past, we would, artists would paint, off site, right, and then we would deliver them to the locations. But this was new in conjunction, in partnership with the Quad City Airport and obviously with Regan and Common Chord. And so I see that catching on a little bit more in future years.
I think it's great. You guys have added some locations to this year as well. So we just had the list up, and we'll make sure we get it on the website as well. You had mentioned the zoo. Of course, we mentioned the airport. We know it's going to be at the Freight House, but the Botanical Center, there's pianos everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And another one I want to mention in our brief time is like the Martin Luther King Center in Rock Island. So they're adding an outdoor classroom.
Oh.
And so contacted us about adding a piano that wasn't, in this case, the students are going to design and paint it and place it. So we just last week delivered that piano to the outdoor classroom area, and then we'll have those pictures once they finish.
That's
but
great.
We're really excited about the use in that way.
You should be excited.
Right.
And Regan, I mean, you have a background in music, as you mentioned, and in art. So this has to be a meaningful project for you.
It is. I mean, everything about it fits perfectly into what my life has been about.
Yeah, I love
and first of all, instruments are amazing, even if you can't play them. You know? Even if I mean, it's just all of it works. So if you could just do pianos forever, I'd be cool with it.
Yeah,
so.
That's awesome. And before we run out of time, speaking of music and instruments, you have your Friday Live at 5 concert series that is back. This is a blast. People have so much fun at it. Is it a free?
It absolutely is free. Yes, every Friday now through August, we basically are in the courtyard, the Skybridge Courtyard off 2nd Street. Fridays at 5. It runs till about 7.
It's great.
And it's free. We have chairs, but you're welcome to bring your own
You can bring your own chairs. You can bring the kids.
Absolutely.
You get to hear from all sorts of different musicians.
Check out our website, which I'm sure they'll scroll here in a second, and for the band listings for each week. But every Friday.
Well, I did check out the website earlier today, and your calendar is jam-packed for the summer.
There's lots going on.
As we mentioned, and lots of really fun stuff happening. So, as Steve mentioned, you can look for the Live at 5 concert schedule on the website. Other events, there's a camp for kids that they posted on there. So just visit commonchordqc.org. Steve and Regan, thank you so much for chatting with us today. This is just such an awesome initiative.
Yeah, it's great.
Really gets people chatting.